Black Widow now officially has a new person for rewrites, Ned Benson. Now, I honestly had to look this name up. I was like, okay, he's clearly done a lot of high-profile stuff, right? And then I look him up.
Nope.
I'm like, okay, this dude's done nothing. So
Nope.
this is good. This is good.
The reason why he's here is because they him and Scarlett have worked together.
Okay, makes sense.
They've done it before. I think he's got something coming out. I think apparently it's really good, or he's got a script floating out that's apparently really good. So she's kind of like, hey, but they're supposed to be starting soon. Like, this is weird.
They're supposed to be starting on a movie that apparently doesn't exist, just like Eternals. Like, we're in a very weird position with the MCU right now. And that's okay because, keep it secret, whatever. I don't care.
Keep it
Keep it secret, keep it safe.
Hey, I was literally like in the middle of saying that. Yeah, no, I actually really appreciate that Scarlett Johansson is trying to help somebody who, if she's worked with them before, they're like, hey, guys, like, just give this guy a chance. And that's honestly the same way that Hugh Jackman became Wolverine, is because Russell Crowe sat there and was just like, hey guys, I'm not going to be Wolverine, but you should look at my friend here. And that's how he got casted.
This kind of reminds me of the Marvel MO for like the last decade, really. Like, they're like, okay, who's up and coming that has something special we see in them that nobody's going to look at, that somebody's convincing us to get? Like, the Russo brothers were the last people on anybody's mind. I remember when, like, the short list, quote unquote, of directors for the follow-up to Captain America came out, they were at the bottom and everybody was laughing at it, being like, oh no, you're going to go after this guy because, like, he directed, like, a Mission Impossible or something. And then the Russo brothers get it, and it's like, okay. But then, look at their, history with Marvel now. So I always like when they do these type of things because I never know what to expect, especially somebody so new. It's like, well, it could be end up being like this dude's breakout,
Now, question is: have they got someone to rewrite the script to make it R-rated?
I mean, do you think maybe that's what this could be?
I mean, why not?
Well, if it's
There's a ton of rumors about it.
If it's her past, like, she doesn't have a nice, pretty past.
Right.
So
It is possible. I mean, because what was it? Was it Red Room? It's
Red Room.
Yeah, it's pretty much just Assassin's boot camp for kids.
yeah,
That's how you pitch the movie.
Well. That's another question. Do we get to see more of the Red Room? Because that means you're not going to have, unless they try and do an Age of Ultron and try and pass her off as a 16-year-old, which
it's a weird type of thing where I think you probably maybe get some flashbacks to flesh out who she is and how she became the character she is, but at the same time, I think you got to focus on, like, more of her becoming the character we meet in Iron Man 2, So it's a weird disconnect I think you'll have there, but I think you have to touch upon her origin story a little bit at least. It's not something you're going to wholly ignore.
Like, in Age of Ultron, that scene, like, unless you didn't know it was the Red Room, you don't really know what that bit's about.
Mm-hmm.
And they did it in a way that it works, but I can see people being like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
Let's flesh that out. But
we had a better explanation of what she kind of went through when we were watching Agent Carter, because they actually had some of those scenes in there, and it would be really good to finally see that bit. But I really also want to know how her and Hawkeye met. Like, how is it that she was able to hide this entire time that Hawkeye had a family and kids, and what happened in their past that they'll bring it up and be like, hey, like, this reminds me of this time we had, and, well, what happened?
I mean, I think there's a lot of good directions you can go with this, and my hope is that Disney does seriously look at it as a rated R property, because they're going to be stepping into that with Deadpool within the next 3 years. So they've openly said they're considering more if it fits it. It's like Black Widow is the one that I look at. I'm like, okay, Captain America, I can't see it. Like Iron Man, but like Black Widow, it's like, yeah, she's like openly. That's like the one your head goes to when you think of rated R MCU.
Yeah.
So.
Well, like she's not an established franchise. She's an established character, but she hasn't had her own set of movies. So you're completely free to set her up as an R-rated character.
Mm-hmm.
So why not? If it doesn't do well, it doesn't, like, you haven't got to do a sequel to it. Just
I mean,
Incredible
if it
Hulk.
doesn't do well on a tops maybe. On the high end, I'm saying $100 million to make this movie.
Oh
So
yeah, it'll be a cheap one.
it's going to make its budget back like opening weekend worldwide. So it'll be in that weird position where rated R or not, it's going to be huge, I feel. So
Yeah.
you know.
No, Scarlett brings in money. Like, you know,
Yup.
Lucy wasn't a good movie by any means, but that movie made money.
Yeah, it
Yep.
did.
What was the other one that she was in about John? I can't remember. It was a really good
God.
movie. She played a Jersey girl.
Oh, Don John.
Don John.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
like,
forgot about that movie. Damn.
I remember it because it was actually really good.
I like Joseph Gordon-Levitt a whole lot, so I'll watch pretty much anything he's in. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this movie will definitely do well no matter what it comes out to be, and you don't have to worry too much about special effects since this is prior to her getting Stark tech. So it's literally her using her body, guns, and knives.
Pretty much what I'm picturing is a harder, more R-rated version of Mission Impossible, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I can see that.
You know, and it's like, oh, probably involves S.H.I.E.L.D. You know, we'll get Samuel Jackson de-aged again for his 19th appearance in the goddamn MCU, and it's like, maybe toss a little Coulson in there, I don't know.
I can see it actually being quite like Wanted. Like the Angelina Jolie and what's his face movie with the Ben
Yeah,
Bullets.
McAvoy.
Yeah, that's the one. Like
Yeah.
make it a bit like that. Well, obviously without the bullet curving bit, but
No, keep that in there, just because.
and she never does it again.
Yep. It's just her power that she doesn't want to use. They nerfed her.
Yeah.
So, I guess we'll know more about Black Widow when the teaser trailer drops, despite the movie not being announced this year. It's going to be quite a while time, right?
It's such a weird one because they're going to be filming it without having announced it until Comic Con.
Yep.
So probably around there you'll get a first look for it. So
Hype. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what they have to offer, to be real. So we'll come back to talk about that when the time is right.